We're out here at Birmingham, Hoover, a little town outside of Birmingham. Isaac, what are you doing near Birmingham, Alabama? Audience member, I'm glad you asked. I wanted to get some working with a guy who's done some things before. Guy's been around the block a little bit, okay? Especially with like the CFL, NFL. A guy who has a story not too unlike what I'm hoping to have. And that led me to a one and only Mr. Ty Long.
The stamps?
Yeah.
That's a referee stamp.
Huh.
So every ref has his own stamp. My name's Ty Long. I was a 4-year starter kicker at UAB. Been a journeyman through the NFL and CFL. I played 2 years for the BC Lions, doing all three. And then I went to the LA Chargers for 3 years. Did all three for them for a period of time, but was primarily a punter kickoff guy. Have had a really good career and just grinded out a career as a journeyman. What I'm trying to do is help guys, just trying to give guys a hope to make it out in this crazy world of college football and trying to make it into making money doing this thing. Isaac hit me up a few days ago, wanted to come down here to Birmingham to work with me and sort of just go over the process to get ready for his CFL workout that he has coming up. And, he came out here and we just wanted to work on a few things like directional punting, how to handle the wind going into it, what balls you want to hit. Dude, at the end, it's like I tell people, like, when I tell all my guys, because I teach everybody to hit the ball far. Yeah. You don't get a scholarship averaging 42. 50 gets people looking. Yeah. You know, they might complain about hang time, but they would rather a 54.2 than a 39.44. CFL punt is going to be more of the 55.42 to 4.3, even up to 4.5. You know, you're looking to, there's no fair catches in the CFL, so you're really looking to hit the ball as far as you can.
My goal is 55.
Yeah,
Like, absolutely.
Dude, hit a bunch of 60s.
Like that's the fun thing about punting in the CFL. My second year in the CFL, man, when I felt like I was like, dude, just trying to hit the ball as far as possible. Yeah. All right, so let's do this. All right. Let's think the same thing we just talked about. Let's try to put this ball on the top of the numbers. Yep. So let's think CFL-wise. So our balls need to be more, the miss needs to be at the hash. Yeah. Good balls cutting or fading towards the sideline, and our line's top of the numbers.
Just aim numbers? Am I trying to put it out of bounds for these guys, or just like?
No, I just think in this format, you want to make sure you're not putting it there, down the middle. Yeah. You're putting it in location. Okay. You know what I mean?
Tell this guy's like, hey, I'm gonna like kind of walk right and then put it back left. Because it's something that I hit, like, here, let's see if I can actually do it. Yeah, first try, but it's something that I feel pretty comfortable with. Yep, I'm just like hitting that ball.
No, I think it's definitely one you're like, hey, in day you want to show them like, hey, I can do this.
Yeah, because like in this breeze, that's the only part I want to do.
I think, and so like to punt right, this is very, but if it was a little stronger going right, the biggest thing, like my mindset is I'm making sure my hips, so sometimes I have a tendency of my shoulders not being aligned with my hips, right? So feeling like my hips are aligned here, and I might try to put my right hip where I'm going, trying to stay in this line here, there, and dude, it's like you see where I'm getting. Good. And that's like the ball I've been trying to hone in on. Probably really turned over, shit, 90% so far. I didn't know how you're going. I really haven't watched many of your videos ever, so I didn't know how you're gonna look. Put his chest over his toes a little bit more, played with straightening the drop a little bit, and it really started to transcend his punting. And he really impressed me as the days went on. He really just the vibe he had, his mentality that he had really impressed me. I really didn't know what to expect. Just the professionalism that he had on the field was really good, and I'm really excited to see how he does in this workout. Yeah, and that's the one that's down and in, a little low. He didn't have really time to get through it. Nope. Get it? Tap inside. Top of the foot, 4.8.
Had talked to me about like that being his philosophy, and I wanted to really hear it out of his mouth too. So just like listening to how he talked about that and like how changing the ball shape sort of warped his mentality around how he was going to punt it was pretty. That was pretty good. I like that. I really kind of gelled with that. Like, cause I get it too. I think a lot of the stuff I did was I really just focused on too much on trying to hit a big ball. So I think like going into it on Saturday, it's going to be nice to just be able to focus on like, okay, hey, like let's just hit a good directional like 55, 4-5, which is already what I wanted to do, but it's nice to like kind of have a little bit of an extra push in the mentality around getting it there. Some other stuff too, like kind of staying more chest over toes. Imagine there's a guy like really close to you and you're driving it over his head. I think that stuff really helps. Like when you're punting at the level I'm punting at, you know, a lot of it is more about finding the right mentalities to make things click that you need to click. The technique and stuff like that, I'm a pretty consistent punter. I'm a pretty technically sound punter. So the technique is always going to be, you know, pretty decent, but finding what can just push you over that edge in the mentality to get the exact ball that you want to hit, I think is huge. Also, like hitting a little bit more off the side of the foot has been a new thing for me. Like almost intentionally hitting it off of kind of like the, you know, pinky ring and middle toe, instead of like, I've always been like a big toe punting kind of guy. So it was interesting to think of that as like its own separate ball and to punt the ball that way.
All right. Gotta get more.
Yeah. And so your hip height, it's pretty wild how explosive you are from there. Yeah. You know, so you know, most guys would be more here, just under right pec, but could it be better?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right. That's kind of like,
if it's there, it needs to be more, like the nose should be lined up with the foot a little bit more. You know what I mean?
A little longer that last step.
But then, if it's still, that's what you're looking for. That's good.
So we're that was a really good session. I think working with him, a lot of the stuff he was talking about, like straightening out the ball, it's pretty interesting because it's kind of, I don't want to say it's the opposite of what I teach. It's good to hear that thought process. Next, I came out for day 2. Okay, let's try to lock some stuff in. Let's really try to swing on the ball a little bit. It's windy. It's just a windy day today, which is perfect. You want to be in these adverse conditions to build confidence, knowing that, you know, stick me in a windstorm, you know, put me in a tornado, I'm hitting 5 threes. CFL terms, that I'm hitting 60-yard punts, because that's what you want to do. I just want to hit the ball like really far.
Yeah. Like thinking today is like, hey, we're building for tomorrow. Right. So I would rather, let's think of like if I'm going into a combine or going into a practice, my session before, I want to be building confidence. It's like set that plan for the quick. Long.
Right there though, but like you see where our plan is? I'm like, yes sir. Oh. I'm just simple when I just turn close over.
What we were talking about. It's hard to build confidence if you find something wrong with every punt. You know what I mean?
Turn it over. I'm just gonna try to just get everything going like super clean, super smooth, and just look, feel, act like a pro, be out there and just, you know, turn punts over and, you know, let's do our thing. I feel like we're really able to do that. Once again, just, you know, hitting the ball super well, trying to just turn a lot of punts over and make some things shake. So not a day anybody can be mad at. So tomorrow, you know, we're gonna finish our drive to Atlanta now. Just try to rest up and get ready. Big day. I'm not particularly nervous, you know. I feel like I'm a little anxious. I'm ready to be there. I'm ready for it just to happen. I want to feel the breeze, feel the way the wind's moving, feel everything.
Yeah. But that, like, dude, that's a 4.5, 2 yards from the sideline. Like, that ball plays. You know what I mean? Like, so if he hits the ball directionally like he did and starts hitting the ball 55 to 58 yards at that 4.3 to 4.5 range, I think he has a good opportunity.